I am Dr. Kylan, and my obsession is the errors of history. For years, I studied a persistent myth, Aethelgard, the city that moved. It wasn't a legend, it was a verifiable anomaly appearing on maps from the 14th century, the 17th, and the 20th. The coordinates never matched. The city wasn't lost, it was unstable. Using a mathematical projection of its westward drift, I calculated its next precise location. I knew exactly where Aethelgard would be right now. My guide, Omar, and I began the expedition into the cruelest part of the Sahara. The heat was a living thing, and the sand swallowed our shadows. We were searching the void for a mathematical certainty. After days of brutal travel, we reached the final set of coordinates, 31.42 north, 511 east. The chronometer on my wrist beeped, confirming the location with perfect GPS accuracy. We stood on the precise spot. There was nothing, only sand. No ruins, no stone, no sign that any human had ever passed this way. Omar looked skeptical. I felt the slow, crushing weight of failure. My certainty had misled me. I began to pack, preparing to admit the city was a geological illusion. Then, my chronometer began to buzz rhythmically. Not the GPS locator, but the pressure sensor. It was reacting to a localized, repetitive seismic pulse coming from beneath the dune. "It's not an earthquake, Omar," I whispered. "It's too perfect. It's a signal. It's moving." We deployed the ground-penetrating radar. The image that resolved on the screen was massive and impossible, a colossal, dome-shaped metallic structure buried 10 stories deep. It was not a city of stone, it was a machine. We spent hours clearing the sand until we exposed a single, colossal, seamless panel of dark metal. I knew then Aethelgard was a mobile, self-relocating structure designed by an ancient civilization to survive catastrophic, slow-moving environmental changes. As I studied the metal, I found a small, recessed data port. I inserted a diagnostic probe. The information that flashed across my screen made the blood rush from my head. The city was powered by ancient hydraulic engines. Its relocation cycle was precisely timed to avoid being submerged, and the timer showed its next relocation was scheduled for today, in 45 minutes. A massive automated engine was about to pull this entire subterranean city 10 miles westward. A small access hatch hissed open in the metallic wall. The knowledge of Aethelgard was right there, waiting. Omar shouted, urging me to run, but I saw something Omar didn't. A single, glowing interface panel next to the hatch. It was a data transfer terminal. I looked at the timer, 5 minutes. I didn't have time to enter the city, but I had just enough time to download its signature. I pulled a high-capacity drive from my bag, attached it to the panel, and initiated the command. The terminal flashed green, indicating a massive data transfer. The goal was to retrieve the single, crucial file, the city's master blueprint and its next coordinates. As the transfer bar hit 98%, the ground beneath us began to vibrate with the low, deep hum of the hydraulic propulsion system. I yanked the data drive free, just as the countdown clock hit 2 seconds. The access hatch sealed shut with a deafening clang. We barely made it to the crest of the nearest dune when the entire region, 10 miles wide, began to slide into the sand. I didn't conquer Aethelgard, I made a deal with it. The glitch in the Sahara was not an error, it was a brilliant solution. Inside the drive, I had the complete engineering schematics of the mobile city and the precise coordinates for its next destination, 100 years from now. The adventure has just begun. We found the city that never stops, and we walked away with its most guarded secret. Before you go, let's review what you gained from this high-stakes journey. This story was an incredible way to practice action verbs and technical vocabulary words for movement, time, and engineering, like relocation, chronometer, and hydraulic. You can find a list of all the new words and what we learned today about English in the video description below. To practice, listen again to master the intense pacing and the precise pronunciation. Comment below with a short sentence using a new word you learned today. If this story helped your English grow and you loved the thrill of the race against time, please like this video and subscribe to join the next adventure. Thank you for exploring the shifting sands of history with me.